Good morning and welcome. I'm Charlie Gibson. You're watching Core Finance, the mining show brought to you by Blythe Way. And today, my guests are Patrick Cullen, the Chief Executive of Connemara Mining, and in this case, his consultant geologist as well, Gavin Berkenheger. Gentlemen, very good morning to you. Thank you very much indeed for joining us, all the way from Connemara, all the way from Ireland anyway. Yeah. First thing, most important thing I need to get it off my chest since we last spoke, I think, rugby union. How are you feeling?
Yeah, very good, very happy. It was a great year, wasn't it?
It was a great year. Many celebrations.
Looking forward to the World Cup.
Many celebrations on St Patrick's Day.
Yeah, of course, and of course Cheltenham as well. So.
Oh, absolutely. Cheltenham Grand National, for heaven's sake. I mean, you know, this is this Ireland's year?
Yeah, it's Ireland's year. So watch Connemara as well. Watch the gold. Watch the zinc.
I was going to say your share price up from about a penny and a half in the summer last year to what, about threepence halfpenny at the moment?
Yeah,
so
we're happy.
Must be quite pleased.
We're happy with that progress. The first quarter of this year has been tough enough, I think, for a lot of the juniors, especially in London. But pretty pleased. Main thing is we did some funding, Charlie, since I last saw you in February. So we're pretty well funded for the projects that we're busy with now and what we're going forward with. Yeah. And we've got lots of good news. So we're here in London this weekend. We're meeting investors at the UK Investor Show. And we're here to update the mining show as well. So
let's talk. What should we talk about first? Should we talk about Stonepark?
I think we should talk about Stonepark because I mean it's a key asset. You know, Connemara has been involved at Stonepark, the zinc in Limerick, the west of Ireland, since 2007. 2007 discovery. Teck of Canada was the partner then. They sold to Group 11 Resources last year.
Who are Group? Tell us who Group 11 are.
Group 11.
They're not a household name, I don't
so Group 11 listed in Toronto in December, and they've come in. They took Teck share. Teck had earned into 76.56% of the project. We've got the remainder, 23.44%. We elected not to sell at that point. We had an offer. So we decided to keep the project.
An offer from Group 11.
From Group 11, they wanted. You know,
they wanted the whole lot. Yeah.
Well, you know, that was kind of obvious. But we'd been in for a number of years, and we wanted to see some value for our shareholders in that.
Out of curiosity, if you can tell me, when they offered to buy it, were they paying you folding cash, or were they paying
so there
you
there was cash and a net smelter return of 4% with some buybacks. Mm-hmm. So you know, buybacks allowing it to go back down to a kind of typical 1% NSR. So yeah, certainly cash. So it was a decision to be made.
Did it all add up to an aggregate hundreds in millions?
Yeah, no, well, hundreds of thousands.
That you can tell me.
Yeah, hundreds of thousands. I think it's in the region of 600,000
right.
now.
So 600,000 quid. So $1 million.
Well, euros. We'll say,
euros.
Right? So $500,000. So,
okay.
So in any case, look, we elected not to. We've been in there a long time, and we wanted to see some value for our shareholders. The zinc price was really moving. It's come back somewhat. I think in the short term, some commentators have it still rising because there's still critical issues in the supply. So we're there now, and we're drilling there. So Group 11 are the operator. They listed in Toronto, raised some money. They've got some other zinc projects in Ireland and in the Limerick Basin, but they've gotten busy drilling. And the first thing that they come out with is a resource, an actual mineral resource estimation, and we're looking at 5.3 million tons that they announced on Tuesday at 11.15% combined zinc and lead. So really good grades. I make the point that this project is adjacent to Glencore's Palace Green project. Glencore's Palace Green project is 44 million tons at 8%, just over 8% combined. So it's really in the right space. Another important point about it is that it's relatively shallow. So it's kind of from about 300 meters depth heading down. So we're very excited. We haven't seen a huge response in the share price to this, but people are starting to catch on. You know, so
what is and Group 11 are the majority holder. They're the operator. So what is? Do they have a target? Do they have an exploration target?
So one of the things that's come out from the study, and I must make the point that Teck, we're looking probably for something larger. We still have a joint venture with Teck elsewhere. I don't want to go into that today. Focus here is on two, a gold project we're busy with and the zinc. But they've got it. You know, they've said it's open. The resource, the deposit's open along strike and across strike and along across dip and along strike. So we expect to see them grow that resource. And also within the block of licenses, the Stonepark, there's other targets as well. So a number of things that will be happening there. The drilling that's ongoing. There's going to be new airborne geophysics in the summer. That's actually a government-run program, TELUS program, Irish government, but
So no money from you?
very little.
Very little.
Like, I mean, thousands of euros,
Yeah.
right, in terms of our contribution, and then and then possibly seismics potentially in the future going forward, more drilling. But yeah, certainly drilling now and hopefully growing that resource. Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about the relationship. I mean, how often do you meet Group 11?
Well, we talk quite regularly.
Are they civilised Canadians?
Yeah, they're Irish-based, actually.
Oh, right.
So they're Irish-based. Bart Jaworski, the CEO, is Canadian, but living in Ireland. Quite experienced group. John Barry, been in the business a long time, been in the zinc business a long time. Certainly know their stuff. We're very happy to be with them. But they're bringing us a different dynamic than what Teck had. Teck sort of, finished the drilling in 2012, downturn in the markets and that, and perhaps looking for bigger fish, But this is certainly something that Group 11
Is this their lead asset?
Well, they've been drilling at another asset, Ballinalack, but this asset has just overtaken this resource estimate is just marginally larger than the Ballinalack. So now, actually, the place is Stonepark. It's the second largest undeveloped in terms of contained metal resource in Ireland after the Palace Green, Glencore's Palace Green, and it's right next door to Palace Green.
Fantastic. So what do you think the next stage is? What's the next catalyst we're looking for from Stonepark?
More drilling, to grow the resource. That's going to be incremental, and we'll take it from there. Perhaps, yeah.
Gavin, let me bring you in here. You're the consultant geologist, and there are gold geologists, aren't there, and there are base metal geologists.
Well, actually,
do you have to do both?
Well, it was in 2007. One of my first projects was actually Stonepark. So it's amazing just to see it develop in over 10 years.
Yeah.
Now we have a resource on it. So.
And is it developing in the way that you...
obviously,
and if I
these
went back
things
to your
take
young
time.
self 10 years ago...
Well, we were just on the ground. I was standing in the bog with sideways rain. It wasn't very exciting, but
It's quite a nice day.
Now to see the resource at 5 million,
5.3 million.
5.3 million tons. That's really exciting to see it develop. Over my career.
And so, what's your focus? Is it Stonepark or is it?
So
I know River Mine.
So with Connemara, I came to Connemara as a consultant in 2013, and I brought them the Inishowen project. I came from Dalradian. I used to work for Dalradian Gold, and the Inishowen project is in the same geology in the Dalradian rocks, and it's historically there was gold found in quartz similar to that what's at Carnault. So eventually we managed to drill it, and we got some exciting grades at Inishowen. But since acquiring Hendrix, we had some certain commitments to make, and we've been drilling there, and we've got some really exciting grades coming out of that.
So where's the focus for you chaps now?
So we're contributing to our 23.44% to the Stonepark, but our focus in terms of our own, we're 100%. Both our gold projects, the Inishowen in Donegal and the Mine River project in Wicklow Wexford, they're 100% Connemara. And so our focus currently is at Mine River in Wicklow Wexford. We're drilling there now, and Gavin's overseeing that.
And go and tell us what you're.
Tell
us what you're finding.
Well, we can't tell you. We've had success, and we've put out, of course, announcements in January. We've had results, and I'll let Gavin summarise those. We're currently drilling.
Can you see visible gold?
We can't even talk about anything we haven't released to the market, obviously, yet. But
we did
note
note visible gold in
last
December.
Right.
December, yeah.
But the current drilling is ongoing, and we hope to have an update quite soon. So we have a 1,000-metre program at the moment. That's.
And how far are you through that?
We're just getting into we're second hole now, I think.
Right.
Yeah,
and results coming in all the time?
No. So we'll be looking at results sort of middle of May.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So that's the next big catalyst.
Yeah, I think so. I think when we'll have two lots of news flow. The zinc. There'll be results coming in. I expect in the coming months. Certainly mid-May is our target for results at Mine River.
And more when you talk about the results at Stonepark, are those more assay results?
There'll be assay results, but I think they'll drill a number of holes before they go through the effort of upgrading a resource. That's something you do on a wider space. But you do
that once a year, don't you? Ish.
No, it depends on what you find, and it depends how much drilling you put in. Look, but yeah, certainly the focus right now for 100% Connemara projects is the Mine River, and we'll do some work in Donegal as well. But but drilling now in Mine River and looking forward to a result stream.
I think it was it the 80s and 90s? There was first drill holes put in at Mine River, Knocknallure, and Tombreen. The grades were quite good. So
Quite good.
we're
20 grams a ton over
yeah,
half
20
cent.
That sounds
over-
more than quite good.
Yeah. So essentially, what we wanted to do was ensure that those grades could be relied on. And when we went to re-drill Tombreen last year, we not only got those results, but actually got better results. But we also sampled far bigger horizons than was done historically. They focused on the veins, and what we did, we've been sampling meters and meters either side, hanging wall and footwall of these veins. And actually, there's quite a lot of low-grade gold in the volcanic beds that are in these shale units. So that's why we've been able to get.
I should make the point so we had 16.1 grams over 2 meters. So historically, we're looking at half meter, sort of that area, sort of. But we actually, and also we were able to extend the total mineralization to 8 meters. So 4.53 grams a ton over 8 meters. So that's not 4.53 grams a ton, just to say it's not low. It's just lower than 16.1.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of mines in the world that are mining at 2.5 grams a ton. So we're pretty excited about that.
The last operator, Henrik, flew this really big geophysics survey, nice tightly spaced geophysics survey, and produced these beautiful geophysics maps. And a lot of our targets are actually pulled out from this geophysical trend that we've identified that corresponds with these volcanic beds within the shales. So that's why we're coming out with a 15-kilometre long trend where historically we've matched up historic references to gold along this trend. So we're just going to keep working our way along this trend and hopefully build it up.
Now, my observation is this, that you can get the high grade intersections, fantastic, but you need continuity, don't you, in order to have a mine, or in order to build a mine. So do you believe you have that continuity?
Yeah, well, the next bit of drilling that we're going to do at Tombreen, where we got the big grade last year, is essentially that, is a step out either side just to see if there is continuity in that.
And if there is, then that's
Then we'll just keep stepping out and building it up and building it up. So that's
so where
really
do you think
exciting.
this might go to? Take a step back, 3 years' time, wildest dreams.
So I won't say wildest dreams. I mean, we've got a budget and we have
optimistic
plan.
expectations.
I expect that we'll drill along the geophysics trend. We'll demonstrate that the geological target in terms of these where these volcanic beds are intermingled with the other rocks, and then you have with the quartz veins within, and then we have shales in the kind of footwall below that. We'll follow this and we'll demonstrate, hopefully, that then there's grade and that it is continuous along strike or along the strike of the trend. And then it is really there's a 15-kilometre trend. We're focused on a 3-kilometre trend at the moment, so small bites at a time. If we demonstrate that the trend is continuous and that the grades are substantial as they've been up to now, then we'll certainly be looking at resources there, and then we take it from there.
And do you have enough cash for that?
No, we don't have enough cash for that to develop.
Does that mean you're coming back to the market?
No, so we'll. I think that wouldn't, considering the way the market is now, that wouldn't certainly be our first choice. It's not something we have to do right now, so it's not. It's just an academic question, but probably we'd be more interested in bringing in partners who've got money to develop it and retain our share and sort of repeat the model we've done in the past. The Stonepark project is a perfect example. Connemara had a free carry up to 75% with tech. There's been about 7.5 million euros in expenditure, approximately over the years in total, and Connemara spent 1.4, and we've got 23.44% of 450,000 tons of contained zinc, 135,000 tons of contained lead in a inferred resource estimate. So I think it's a good return.
everything to play for.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, Gavin, Patrick, thank you very much.
Charlie, great to see you again. Thanks a lot.
Not at all. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Gavin Berkenheger, the consultant geologist, and also Patrick Cullen, the Chief Executive Officer at Connemara Mining. As I say, Connemara shares up from £0.015 to threepence halfpenny over the course of, well, a little bit under a year. So that's all we got time for. But join me, Charlie Gibson, on the Mining Show, brought to you by Blytheway on Core Finance, and we'll hope to see you very soon. Until then, have a capital day.